Good afternoon, parents. I wanted to come to you with this video. We had a Zoom meeting on last Friday night at 7 o'clock, and I know many of you were not able to make it due to prior obligations. So I wanted to come to a video and inform you about the things that we have in place for summer camp. First off, we'll be going to camp July 6th through 10th. These are our typical camp dates. We usually like to go the week after or the week of July 4th. So this is when we'll be going to camp this year. Our overall cost, we're not 100% positive on that yet because we have to know how many students we have going before we can spread the cost of the facility out over all the students. But we will make a promise. It will not cost more than $200 per student to go to camp. With that $200, you must have a $50 deposit submitted by June 14th in order to come to camp with us. If you're going to have trouble making that deposit, please reach out to us and let us know. You know us, we'd love to help, and we can make arrangements for whatever's necessary. We just need to know that you're interested in going and that you want to go. Speaking of, I have an online form that you can fill out in order to register your student or yourself, if you're a student watching this video, to go to camp, just so I can go ahead and get my numbers in. There's no way to turn in your $50 with this registration form. You're going to have to bring that by the church, submit it to our Tithe account, or you can bring it in during a drive-through worship and just mark your envelope for what it's for, being a camp deposit. Other than that, that's all of our cost stuff that we talked about. That's all I went over. To help with that cost, we are still going to have our annual cake auction on July 5th out in the rec building, which is typically our July 4th celebration. It's going to be that day. So we're calling on all of our usual people who bake cakes to bake cakes for us. I know that we've had cakes in the past go for $200. So please come out with your money ready to support our students and ready to buy some delicious, delicious baked treats. We are also going to have some sort of takeout meal in the next couple of weeks as well. Remember, we only have a month before we leave, and so we're trying to cram as many fundraisers into the next couple of weeks as possible. These are all community-oriented fundraisers, so we're hoping that we can get everybody involved, not just people here at our church. We are also in the process of developing a softball tournament. We usually ask Sean Medlin to do that for us, and he's done a great job in the past. We've usually brought in a good amount of money with that. So parents, these are the fundraisers we have set in place. If you're worried about money, call me, let me know. Call Michelle here at the church office, let her know. And then finally, we are also going to have a t-shirt fundraiser. Camp Creek Baptist, this is not just a student ministry t-shirt. I have designed a shirt with a logo on it that is for Camp Creek Baptist Church. It's modern, it's on a gray background, and I think you guys will love it. Our goal is to sell 150 of these shirts at $15 a piece. If we can do that, we will make over $900 profit, which will tremendously help in our efforts to get our students to camp this summer. Parents, I know a lot of you are concerned about safety because we are going to Garden City, which is just south of Myrtle Beach. With all of the riots and the shootings that have been happening in Myrtle Beach, I know that some of you have addressed concern about this, but I assure you, we're going to be at a chapel resort. We're going to be isolated. We're not going to be going into downtown Myrtle Beach. We're going to be staying safe. Not to mention, the majority of these bad things have been happening in the evening hours. After lunchtime, we're not going to be headed out. We're not going to be leaving the chapel area at all, except for maybe to go and sit on the beach or play in the water if that's allowed. So that's safety from a personal standpoint, from a public standpoint with, being around different people as far as our actual safety. Health and safety, on the other hand, is a whole nother story. Garden City Chapel has a whole lot of stuff in place, so this is the really important part. Students, if you want to go to camp with us this summer, your parents have to keep a watch on your symptoms and your livelihood for 2 weeks before we go to camp. We actually would like to have a temperature log of your temperature every night for 2 weeks leading up to our departure date to go to camp. On top of that, while we're at camp, we have to submit a report to Garden City Chapel every day detailing all of our students and chaperones' temperatures. So this is something that Garden City Chapel has put in place in order to make sure that we all stay safe and healthy with each other. See, if we're keeping watch on our symptoms 2 weeks before we leave, then ideally nobody who goes with us is going to be sick. Once we're at camp, we're going to be sure that we have to stay in our own areas. We're not going to be mingling with other churches except for the churches who are going with us. We have our own staircases that we have to go up and down. We can't share staircases with other groups. We have our own kitchen. We have our own worship space. And we'll even have our own set of recreation material as well, including soccer ball, volleyball, basketball, stuff like that, so that we can have a good rec time. We'll have our own meeting space. I think I already said that, and all of the stuff will be sanitized daily. That being said, we will be expected to bring our own bedding and our own towels. Of course, it's just like going to any other summer church camp where you have to take that kind of stuff. It's not like winter camp, it's like summer camp. So at summer camp, we have to bring sheets, blankets, pillows, washcloths, towels, stuff like that. So make sure that when you're getting ready to come with us, that you have that kind of stuff in your bag. Last but not least, the pool at Garden City Chapel is only at 50% capacity. So where the maximum capacity of most pools is about 100, now they're going to be at about 50. So if you're a swimmer and you want to swim, that might be something that you're going to have to work on getting to quick that day during our rec time. So just be sure to keep an eye out when we're going to camp that you are practicing social distancing, you're practicing staying with our group and not leaving and going to other groups. And these are the ways that we're going to keep our groups safe and healthy. While we're at camp, and I hate to say this, but due to health and safety regulations, while we're at camp, if somebody does wind up having a fever, we're going to have to contact your parents and send you home. This is for the safety of everyone who is there with our group, as well as everyone who's there with other groups and the staff at Garden City Chapel. Other than that, you can go online to gardencitychapel.org, I think it is, and you can look up all of the different types of lodging that they have. We're going to be staying in 2 separate dorms, one for guys, one for girls, and in between those dorms there's a kitchen and a chapel worship space that we'll be able to use. So that's going to be really awesome, really fun. We're planning on bringing in a worship crew to lead us in worship, and then me and the 2 other youth pastors who are involved in this will be speaking on different nights. So y'all, I hope you're looking forward to this, and I hope you're going to have a good fun time. After this, that's really all that there is. If you have any questions, please let me know. Reach out to Michelle here at the church office. Send me an email. My email is jdutton7220@me.com. Or you can call me. If you get in touch with Michelle, she can give you my personal cell phone number. Sorry, not going to broadcast that on the internet, but I can give it to you. I promise. You can also message us here on the Facebook page or drop a comment on YouTube wherever you see this video, and I'll be sure to get in touch with you that way. So if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. I hope you guys are doing great. If you're watching this and you're not going to camp, please consider supporting us through either some sort of donation, like we have scholarship donations that we'll accept up to $150 per student. We have some students who have to apply for scholarships, and that's okay, but we just want everybody to get to camp and have a good time. So please support us in that way. Come to our cake auction. If you know people who are interested in softball, get them to get in touch with me or Sean Medlin. We'll be happy to set that up for you. And please look out for our t-shirt orders. Our goal is 150, so if we can sell 150 Camp Creek Baptist t-shirts, that'll be great. I hope y'all are doing well. Can't wait to get back in church with you, and we'll see you later.